Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, this is Afro Nabi back again. All right. So, greetings to everyone and hope everybody had a nice day. And this is going to be a doozy right here. And with me being up here like this, hopefully the stream will be a lot stronger. I am on I'm using a different path. So let me greet everybody real quick. Hovorten hardu gudak. Hola oi to the bang. Vasas los bonjour mes amis. Kedo bawani konnichiwa. Ni hao ni ama. Sani monani jumbo herbayagani. Assalamu alaikum shalom. Kumusta ka? Kamusta pokayo? Talafa lava soy fua. All right. So basically, y'all, we about to get real up in him. Okay, we're about to get real up in here. And we got a lot of things that's going to be open. And I'm gonna just get right into it real quick, right? Now, right off the bat, my don't forget to subscribe. For the description box, along with of some of the stuff that we're going to have up here, like the PDF of the book of Enoch, the PDF of the Septuagint, the PDF of the Apocrypha, and the PDF of the Willie Lynch letter. Just hit me up in the email, and I will send those to you. All right. And my Cash App will be in the description box as well. And remember, you take care of yourself and family first before you donate to anybody. But your help, it would be most appreciated in helping me help our young Afro youths in a lot of these places who actually greet us with a lot of dignity and respect. All right, in a way that these B-dubs are not going to have. Now, I have Ezekiel up, and we're going to discuss that because there's some things that you all need to be aware of, and that is the fact that these women, the B-dub, the Most High said that He was going to deal with them, and they are being dealt with. Right. Yesterday, I was talking Feminist community, right? They're the Trojan horse of the Black community. And what I mean by that is it looks like a good gift and stuff, but the seeds of destruction or the all right, it's how they get unseen, unnoticed. And while you are yet asleep, then they launch their attacks against your spirit, because a lot of us are spiritually asleep. We're morally asleep. Understand? While they were yet children. That's why I have that little quote up there from the Willie Lynch paper. All right. That's why I have it up there. All right. I can't even show you the whole paper, but when you look at what's been happening, we has been run through. I mean, really run through that has passed themselves around to many different men, especially our adversaries and those who would wish harm on the community, now present this a standard of beauty. As a matter of fact, there was a time where this stringy weave, except for the woman in the middle and stuff, but we used to appreciate the fro and stuff. But these days are over. Okay? What we've seen happen is how an industry and a group decided that they are going to replace the Afro man and his leadership position with the B Dub, who's not a leader in any sense of the word. She's a follower, except the people that she is following is the wills and wishes of our oppressor. And in their place, in the place of the Afro man, the oppressor gives her power to destroy the community, the family, the Afro man, and his seed. But this power only works if we buy into their religion and everything else. See, Lauryn Hill, we was like, oh yeah, hip hop, this, that, and the other. We allowed because the to determine what was good ourselves, liking what we like. We allowed the thugs, the drug dealers and stuff to dictate to the rest of the community what hip hop was. And we're only now starting to figure out that all of them sold out to the industry, to the Caucasians, to the record labels, sold their souls to them, and agreed to create a toxic environment that would have their young sons sellouts. Everyone on this list here, some of your biggest sellouts, never loved the Afro. If you are a B-dub and don't want to carry the child of an Afro man, you would rather reproduce the Caucasian man, all right, then you're not pro anything. You're the adversary. Given all the stuff that has been done in this world by their hands of these oppressors from Europe, given the history, these type of women will blame the Afro man for the history of the Caucasian just so that they can have an out. All right. So I want y'all to understand this is what we're dealing with. Now, why am I preaching this right here? I'm showing you the legacy of the B Dub so that now you will understand why we need to get out of the Most High's way as we deal with Ezekiel. Oh, yes, as we deal with Ezekiel. All right. So, what's the thing with Ezekiel? Ezekiel is letting us know that the B Dub is going to be punished and there will be collateral damage. So, all those who follow her, all the dudes that follow her, all right, they're going to be punished too, right? They are already spiritually corrupted. And we as brothers need to recognize this, right? We need to determine what we like for ourselves and not because it's popular with other dudes. We should not be following, we should like something that a dude says, right? But if you notice, we can't help one another because we don't give to people that help the community. We give to people that entertain us. Man, it's Brother Elijah. Hey, y'all, I got Brother Elijah on the phone.
What's up? What's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm in the middle of a live. I'm on live right now. I can hear you. So I got Brother Elijah here. That was him calling in. So he's in the Philippines, and I wanted him to discuss. I wanted him to discuss what's going on there. So he jetted up, right? And so the wickedness that has been done to Afro men, all right, it has to be paid for. And this is not the system paid them to do this wickedness. Don't get it twisted. But the system didn't make them do it. Out of greed, out of vanity, these women would not hesitate to strip a brother of his life, of his wealth, of his future. Would not hesitate. And the system, having no evidence, does not hesitate at the word of a B-dub who's lying, and they know they're lying. Think about this. Brian Banks, at 16, lost his future behind the lie of a 15-year-old who was a virgin. That man went to prison for grape strictly on the word of a virgin. You understand? That means they didn't do a grape kick, that this woman didn't know anything about Smex at the time. Think about this. Think about how no B-dub was upset that an Afro man went to prison behind the lie. All right. And this is why, and understand this, the lies from the B-dubs. Hold up. Hit them back. And let me hit them back. But anyway, the lies from the B-dubs, right? Hey, brother, can you join in? I put the link at the top of the live. is pinned. All right. So these lies. Turns out the brother was the best father out of the Caucasian and Hispanic, more involved. And these women behind personal choice, and this is a lot of them, right? So there has to be a payment, and the Most High is coming after them for this level of betrayal and corruption, the lying tongue, the destruction by way of their tongue. Understand this, right? And so why am I speaking to this? There is a concerted effort by the B-dubs to try to con men into thinking that they are coming around and they are on our side of Christianity. And this is the premise of the religion and why the Caucasians came up with it. They wanted a way to give themselves a spiritual out or make themselves feel better about end of life decisions, so that when they're in those last throes of their life, that all the wickedness and malice that has been done in their name can be glossed over, and they can say, well, we had this thing where this Caucasian guy from out of the sky will throw every wicked thing into the sea of forgetfulness, and you don't have to worry about what you've done to people, nor do you have to make recompense for it. That's the you can do whatever you want to whomever you want, and you never have to repay them. You never have to make things right with them. All you do is pray to that paste man in the sky before you die, of course, and he will stand on your behalf, on behalf of your sins. And this is foolishness, which is why they don't want you to read the Bible. And by Bible, I mean Old Testament, where the Most High says the Son cannot suffer for the sins of the Father, and the Father will not be responsible for the sins of the Son. You will be held accountable for what you do and how you repent. All right. Now, I want you to understand that the Caucasian man, even the Caucasian man, is in jail, but his accomplice, Miss Ashley, nothing really happened to her. Miss Ashley, his main squeeze, the main one that funneled all of this to this man, right? And nothing happened to her. I want y'all to understand that. A lot of families were destroyed because the B-dub was more ashamed of their skin tone, like they're ashamed of their hair. This is why they run around with stuff on top of their head. But the brothers, we cool with our braids, we cool with our afro, we cool being us because we know that people follow us. See, people follow us. We don't follow them. Only in the political arena do you see a lot of dudes. And again, and this is for money, clout, clicks, who follows the same the same verbiage as the oppressor. All right. We must acknowledge, I believe Trump is a good thing for the United States. But while I believe it, I'm not going to sit up there and use the party line of the Republicans for anything. We as Afro men should sit back, call what's right, what's wrong, wrong, regardless of who do it. We should not justify any wrong as right, nor should we diminish any right as wrong. Our thing should not be based on whether we like a person or not. Is it wrong? Is it right? All right. Now, the other thing that you're having, this attitude right here, I will be ignorant all over. We have a woman that went to Dubai that was ignorant all over, and her behind is in jail. A lot of these B-dubs have been going to these other countries, taking the same disrespect that they've given Afro men to these other countries, and they're paying. And a lot of these other females want us to do stuff, send money, and they want the Afro man to galvanize and come behind them and bail out. And no, remember, you called us bullet bags. All right. And remember this, the new weave, don't know how to act, right? It's a spirit. So the B-dub have given up her spirit, her soul, and everything to the oppressor. Hook, line, and sinker. And for those who are unrepentant, the Most High is coming after them, and we see that in real time. All right, we see it in real time. We see it in real time. And one of the things I want to break down to you is this. That while we see this in real time, I want y'all to take a look at this here. I think that the B-dub is Eve, and that the Caucasian man has a full understanding that she would betray the community, and she is the key to how you keep the community down. All right. She is the key to how do you keep the community down. Okay. So basically, all of this is a warning to brothers, and we got to make moves. And so here, I was talking to Brother King Groove, and on here also we have Brother Elijah. All right. Or as my brother Zimelu would say, Eli. Right. And Brother Eli, he is out of here. That man made a spiritual move. He understood things for what it was. Right. And he out. And so I'm gonna give him the floor first, and then Brother King Groove. What's up, brother? What's going on?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Greetings, everyone. Greetings. I'm gonna keep mine short. Nabi knows I planned my escape, if you will, for 4 years. But what I did do, and if this is new to y'all, great. If it's not, learn from it. I made my plan by studying where I was going. I did my research, looked into it, the good and the bad, listened to other people, paid attention. But I knew I was leaving because I knew what I saw in America, and I don't need other people to tell me what I already see, especially when the book tells me what's going on. So I made my move. I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines right now. I'm living great. I didn't say good. I didn't say average. I'm living great off of less than $750 a month.
Hold on. Repeat that. Off of less than how much?
Less than $750 a month. Well, what are you talking about, Unc? My rent is $400. If I act like a hog and eat crazy, it might be $250 at best. My electrical bill is $22.80. Public transportation is less than $20 a month. Phone is less than $10 a month. One of the things that I've learned and what I've been doing is getting to really know the locals, how they eat, how they do this and that. And I'm just duplicating what they're teaching me. I've been received very well. When I say very well, I've met at least 10 women. All of these women are trying to get me married to somebody that they know.
Yep. Uh-huh.
And let me tell y'all this, brothers, be very careful, but you have a very wise man leading y'all or guiding y'all, which is Nabi. Be very careful of these sneaky ones trying to act like we're not accepted here. That's a damn lie. It's the Caucasian men, and I'm finding this out from the women here. It's the Caucasian men who they really don't receive.
Tell them.
They really do not receive these Caucasian men. Because let's be clear, they know what these Caucasian men have done. 25-hour trip to come over here and do perverted things to their young girls. They have the wealth, and then they come over here and take advantage of these girls who are in a poverty-stricken situation. They know as a whole, it is not us. They know this. They don't say it. That's why when I get to talking to them and they say Westerners, I say, we're going to stop right there. Let me be clear who I am, because when I hear Western, I hear Caucasian men, and I know what they have done. I know what they are doing. I have been personally received very well over here, and they have no idea what I have. It's just me being me, talking to them, explaining to them, no, it's not for y'all to change. It's for me to adjust to your people. All of this, and by the way, since they have been around Caucasian men, they can see the difference. Yeah. They will tell you, yeah, the Caucasian men come over here and they act like they're entitled. Woo! Okay. But we have to be us. See, I had to be me and say what I already know. And they know it. They know it. So, yeah, and they are saying that, I'm telling you, if you don't hold to it, they are saying now they want to be married to black men.
Yes.
They are saying this. And this is not the only place. I personally believe because we want to be married as we travel, it's interesting how the women are saying these things. We ain't making them, we just being us. And these women now, all different nationalities, oh, these men make great husbands. Yeah. Why? Because we don't have that American oppression. We don't have to deal with every system that we come against is against us. That's off our shoulders. We can be who we really are. I ain't got to worry about watching my back, being stabbed in the back by this. Anyway, so let me. So yeah, I encourage y'all. But I'm gonna say this: if you want to travel, if you want to move, take your time, do your research, make sure when you get ready to make that move, you are financially sound. Because you ain't filling out no job application over here. That's not happening.
Oh yeah. Yep.
That's not happening. You're not going to no bank and get a $10,000 loan You're not getting no credit card. That's not happening. I'm just letting y'all know that's not. So get your stuff in order. Don't be in a hurry, but be urgent about it. And then make your move and do your research. No, because I'm here and they can tell I've did my research by what they asked me. They can tell, no, I'm prepared. I just come here. I'm prepared. Wherever it is, wherever you're going to go, do your research, learn and grow, humble yourselves and grow. That's all I got to say on that, Nabi. If you want to ask me some stuff, you can, or somebody else that can.
And I was going to add this. It's the same way in it's the same way in the DR, right? Not so in Colombia, and that's because you got a lot of dudes running there, turning it up on its head as a tourist spot, right? And I would be unfair to say Brazil, and because Brazil is different for me than anybody else, in that I'm so involved with the community there because of my track record there, that I'm not going to tell people to do what I do because they can't. All right. You can't just walk anywhere like I do. Right. And because that's a long. So with that said, if we're talking about going to a spot where you're going to be appreciated, right? That there it is. Southeast Asia. This is why I kept pushing Southeast Asia for brothers, and the brother is putting y'all on game, like have your finances straight. If you can somehow become a digital nomad, get into something that's computer related that you can make money that way. It's you can get it done. You can get it done. Go ahead, King Gru, because we was talking about another thing too. Because here's the thing: the point is we're leaving corruption in the United States, and not that the governments everywhere is corrupt, but there's a very special thing that we as Afro men have to deal with, and that is the Trojan horse of the B-Dub, who is corrupt towards us. In other words, they'll come in like they love us, but they're the main ones trying to destroy us or have mastery over us as if they run us, because that is their true desire. They want to be in charge of the black man, not the Caucasian one, right? If you notice in the election, and I want y'all to peep this game, in the election, these women were telling men that we need to do and vote the way they want us to do. And if we don't do what they want us to do, they will make us pay. In other words, they will punish us. I'm like, how? I mean, I keep asking this. How did they plan on punishing like the 20, what was it? 28%, right? 28% of the brothers, we did not vote. 28% of the brothers did not vote for that clown. So how was the B-Dub going? Oh, they were going to take away coochie. They weren't given to anybody but thugs anyway. Think about that. They want to weaponize their presence. They want to weaponize. They're like, well, we won't march if something happens to you. What do you mean you won't march if something? I'm deceased. So how are you marching after I'm deceased? Want to help me? I mean, the logic just ain't logicking, right? And so we're looking at those who want to manipulate and rule over the Afro man, not just the wicked Afro men, because they already destroyed them in their childhood, where they can't make a decision independently of the B-Dub. Right? They are coming after the ones that are leaving them alone. But now that they are unprotected because the ones that do whatever they want to do can't protect them, right? They are exposed to a lot of stuff. Um, and when we pull up Ezekiel, when we pull up Ezekiel, they are in a world of hurt. And so now they're trying to change tack, and they're trying to con us into getting back into relationship with them, but they are not worthy of that relationship. And that's what me and brother King Groove was talking about. Go ahead, King Groove.
No, man, I'm just listening. Listening to this passport information and everything else that's been said. I see no lies. I mean, and the sad thing is, brother, we have to stop trying to please everybody else around us when we're picking a love interest, a wife, a girlfriend, and for you hoodlums, a baby mama, whatever you're picking, the BAW needs to be not the last choice, but no choice at all.
Exactly.
Because I'm saying at the end of the day, you ashamed because you got a militant black power family, your granny was a Black Panther and all that. That's fine. But at the end of the night, when you're curled up with your woman, the only thing that matters is how y'all feel about each other and not how your mama and your aunties feel that you running around with that pretty white girl or that pretty Cuban girl, whatever. See, they don't want you to get with that because they hate seeing a brother happy. They can't stand it. They can't
Ooh.
stand it. And it makes them look inferior species as human females because these other women have a better attitude, they have their own hair, they have cookbooks, and they have femininity. So, with all that being said, the so-called you know who woman is mad at that and they're upset and they can't do nothing but be nasty. Like I'm so glad you put that broad up there, that New York broad, and it's like
Mhm.
physically, aesthetically, the way she looks, she had no business even being on that show past the first day. Because if that had been my show, even if she was a perfect angel, she'd have been eliminated. We have to stop picking stuff that makes people like Umar Johnson and Zaza Ali and the rest of them feel good. We don't give a damn about how they feel because they don't give a damn how we feel. And if brothers want to get some financial stability, get off of child support, and get out of jail, and get some respect and move into nice, decent suburban communities or own our own land. We need to leave Keisha alone. They have done it to themselves. They destroyed the community. They didn't want the help of the Detroit 300 when the what you call it, the guy, the Korean guy, and the woman threw the black woman, out of the store, and another one they chased after her and grabbed her while she was trying to drive away by the back of the hair. So the people said, "Hey, we're going to boycott this store." The brother said, "Since they doing the sisters like that, trying to simp for the sisters, we're going to boycott this store. Y'all just don't shop here. Don't go to this wig store. Let these Korean people who did this to y'all starve." And there it is. But the reason why they did it is because she was stealing anyway. So it's not like
Hold
they
it,
were
hold
just,
it. Remember they went. There was a line back around there.
come on, come on,
Remember there was a
come
line right
on. Well, see,
there.
that's what I'm saying. What did they do? The Koreans say, okay, y'all
They,
gonna do that? What we gonna do? All wigs half off. It was a line around the corner. And you had
and they was back in the
dudes.
nail shop. They
Yeah.
was back in the nail shop
Come
because
on.
that
But
family is a mofo.
and you had dudes standing there on the sideline saying, "Hey, sisters, y'all gotta stop. Don't go in there. Do not go. Come on, don't sell out for that." And they just had this look, and you had someone, boy, whatever. I gotta get my wig.
But here's the thing, and this is something, and this is why we need to stay away from them kind of dudes, right? We need to stay away from them and start doing our own thing because the B dub is totally lost spiritually. All right, because they sold their souls out. And remember, the uniform, when we look at the weave, the tattoos and stuff, that's a uniform that says that they allowed themselves to be run through. And in the midst of being run through, maybe most of them. I'm gonna go and say most of them, because the abortion rate for last year was 343,000 plus. All right, that's more. That's about 1,000 a day. That lives that the B Dub took, right? So that's on them. They took them lives, right? So their spirituality is gone. Hold on for a second. Their spirituality is gone. Their history, right? They have, there is no redeeming quality left to them, because many have taken so many lives, it's ridiculous. They had 2, 3, 4, 5 abortions, right? And all of this because they did not value virginity, because they didn't think a good man was worth that. They believe that a good man, they're worthy of a good man, but they don't mind giving a good man slop, right? But now good men aren't taking that mess anymore. What's up? What's up, everybody? Come in. What's up, Nessman? What's up, brother Dwight? What's up, USMC vet? Semper Fi, brother. Young boy 24. What's going on? All right. And so this is where we are. We are at a place where you got an unrepentant woman, and it still is unrepentant. And this is the warning that's coming out to a lot of you brothers that's listening in right now. This is an unrepentant woman that the Most High is dealing with in real time right now. All right. And I want y'all to understand that from the weed to the mentality, when you look at all of this, what you see going on here, as you pay attention to all this that you see going on, right? And you saw the other phrase. Now that she has her weave, she's a whole different person. Why is she a whole different person? Because it's a spiritual attachment. Remember, these things were sacrificed to a deity. All right. The weave strokes their ego. All right. So basically, you got to look at what's going on here. And the reason why I'm saying this is a warning. This is a warning because there's a new thing coming up. And this new thing is these women, the B-Dub, are going to act like they've been on our side the whole time, and they have not. And so we need to go back to judging whether it's a good woman by, does she have some other man's child? If she has some other man's child, then she's off limits. She should be a virgin, but we're going to let that go. We can let that go. But how many bodies matters that she has.
Hey, Nabi.
Go ahead.
Since you just said that, over here in the Philippines, don't be fooled by YouTube. There are a lot of virgins. Yes. I was actually introduced to one about 3 days ago who was 27.
Mm-hmm.
One of the difference, and you said it earlier, it may have been King Groove, which good to hear your voice again, brother. As a man, as a warrior, I'm not attracted to a woman that wants to be a warrior. I'm attracted to the softness, the kindness of the women, which you will find here. That's me. I tell you, you go after what you want to go after. I do not want a woman that's been around the block. We've been warned for decades. Never trust a big button or smile. It was in the music. It's in the lifestyle.
Ooh, they were trying
It
to tell
is what
us.
it is. And so you have today where you have very few decent mentors. Very few. The ones who are being led astray. They don't want to hear King Groove. They don't want to hear Nabi, not really. They don't want to hear me, not really. They always want to hold on to some excuse to go after these damn whores. You can do what you want, but we've been warned. You can get what you want, but then the next thing you know, you stand in front of a judge and he's saying half, and if you don't pay her, you going to jail.
Yep.
So the book says those who he loves, he corrects and chastises, he guides. That's what messengers are for, to warn. You can do what you want. Most of y'all have lived long enough to see the results. You see the athletes. Damn athletes want to go out here and marry porn stars. That don't make no damn sense. But you can do what you want. Or you can take the advice of someone who we've known for a long time. We know he lives by the word. We know he's proper. Or you can listen to the others. It's your choice. But don't complain no matter what you do. Don't complain about your decision making because it's yours.
Amen.
Amen.
The women over here, oh my goodness. And I know with other places. But you know what? That other stuff sometimes, okay, let's short term, long term. I'm over here because I want to build a family. I need to find an asset, which is also my wife. Not be detrimental, which could also be your wife, which turns into a knife, which stabs you in the back.
Mm-hmm.
So it's your choice. It looks good for a minute, but all that covering up is hiding that wickedness inside of them. That's all I got to say.
And here's the other thing, yeah. And this is what the makeup is nothing much more than witchcraft to cover up and to conceal, right, what they really look like. Or it doesn't cover, it exposes. Let me tell you what I mean by this. When these women are wearing makeup and weave, it exposes that they don't, that they see the corruption in their own selves, right? They don't have pride in their own beauty, right? And so they go cover it up because the beauty that they're trying to have is not what the Afro man considers beautiful. They're trying to be Caucasian adjacent. Bottom line, that's why they wear makeup and weave. They're trying to be Caucasian adjacent. All right. Why? Materialism. Caucasians taught them how to value material things. So that's what they value, material things. They don't value righteous things. They don't value legacy. Who's burning somebody's face with a cigarette, right? She's going to have to pay for that. Oh, she's going to have to pay dearly because she said that. Okay. On. Yeah, that woman is going to have to pay dearly for that, right? And so she's stuck in Dubai and look like she's going to be stuck in Dubai for some years because she made a threat towards somebody and it was a public threat. Yeah, it was a public threat, right? And so basically the thing is that the B-dub has chosen to be such an adversary to good Afro men that even for those of us that have our stuff together, right? They won't see it as that. Now, here's the other thing. Um, I was in a spot. I was in a spot where, and here's the thing. It's not about aesthetics either. It's not about aesthetics. It isn't about the only person that that has to meet 6 feet. All right, and this is how you know they don't like good men, good Afro men. The good Afro man is the only person that she requires to be 6 feet, six pack with six figures. And that's only so that she can take that money from him after she divorced him in about 5 to 8 years. Now, why do I say this? Because I watch B-dubs get in relationships with really short, out of shape, weaker B-dubs, not even men, but other B-dubs with a low-cut fade, right? Who's just as broke as them.
Brother, you
And
preaching right now.
and they seem to be happy with that. As a matter of fact, that is the fastest growing demographic relationship in the BC, in the Black community. That right there. All right, that's wickedness that the Most High is going to deal with. And the Christian church ain't going to deal with it, is because they run the Christian church. Remember, you got a dude married to another dude that's the pastor of a Christian church. All right. And so that the morality of scripture don't mean a damn thing to the so-called church. Right? You can't pin down what principles they're supposed to be going by, because it's damn sure not what's written. But then again, that was by design of that religion in the first place. That everything goes so long as you pray to their Caucasian paste dude in the sky with long brown hair, and then he will take he will pay the price for all the wrong that you did to somebody. How is that a just God when he has somebody else pay the price for something you did? Right? God is just, which means he makes you pay the price for what you did. And the way out is for you to repent and make things right with those with whom you've wronged. But see, the people, the wicked, don't want to make things right with anyone. They want to keep the ill-gotten gains, right? They want to keep the ill-gotten gains and have eternal life. But it don't work like that. And many of them are going to find out the hard way that it doesn't work like that. And they're going to thoroughly be disappointed when it don't work like that. They're going to be shocked. They're going to feel like they were lied to. But basically, people in the Christian church, they're not lied to, because the commandments are written. And we can talk about how messed up the Bible is, because it is. We know that. But the commandments are not. And we know this is because the commandments are natural laws that were already written in us as Afro people. Why do you think everybody's trying to be us, the Afro man? What is it about us that everybody is trying to model after us or destroy us out of jealousy? Right? But before trying to destroy us, I want y'all to pay attention to this. Before trying to destroy us, what they're trying to do is rob us of our legacy for themselves, then destroy us so that there won't be evidence that they did not come up with this stuff. You see, most of your inventions in medicine, in engineering and stuff came from the seeds of the minds of Black men. You understand that? All right. And so, how do you steal that legacy if we're still living? You got to get rid of us. But then again, you're making so much money off of us, off of our music. Think about this. They was mad that Beyonce won the country music album of the year, right? Caucasians were angry. But what were they angry at? Because country was Black music. Same as rock and roll. It was Black music all the way up to some white guy, Elvis Presley, made it popular amongst Caucasians. Then Little Richard went and got a bunch of bands from England. Yeah, Little Richard, and did their chops, discovered them, brought them to the U.S. And yeah, we're talking the Beatles, the Rolling Stones. Then Jimi Hendrix changed the way the lead guitar was played. All right, but this was the music of Black people. From jazz to country to all of that. All right. So what do? You steal their music, then you get rid of them, or you gatekeep them from ever coming back into it. That's what happened with country western. That's what happened to rock and roll. They steal it, then gatekeep it. Right? But at the end of the day, we are not ashamed to be the men that we are. But the B-dub is ashamed to be the woman that she's supposed to be. And I think part of that reason is that she's been played so bad behind seeking power over the Afro man that it has come back to bite her in the behind. And now she's looking bad before the world. I mean, think about that. Brother King Groove. You heard about the woman in Dubai that went to Palestine first.
Yeah, I've been seeing a little bit about that. Yeah, elaborate, my brother.
Okay. So what happened is this woman from New York met this 19-year-old in Palestine, and not Palestine, Pakistan. All right. She was thinking she was going to go there and marry him, be in a rich family. That didn't work out because when the family saw her, they was like, oh, hell no. Right. And so she went around there and she was flossing and making content and kind of was popular, and everybody, she was acting such buffoonish and foolish that everybody, she was like a hit. Like, look at this crazy BW here. And so they would go and like, man, this crazy B-dub from the United States making B-dubs look bad all over the world. American B-dubs making them look bad. Right? And so she's going around, everybody's taking the picture with her, and they're not laughing with her, they're laughing at her. And then she takes it and they kick her out of the country or something. She has to go back. Right? And we'll get into that in a minute. She has to go back. And so she takes a plane into Dubai. And Dubai, she's go around insulting men. Only they don't play that in Dubai. All right. She threatens to burn somebody with a cigarette. And they took her off of a plane. And she is the news now is she is currently incarcerated in Dubai.
Oh, well.
You can't threaten somebody. You can't threaten a man in Dubai. Do you know? Here's an interesting one. Do you know that in Scripture? Hey, what's up, brother? Nisi Ross. Did you know that in scripture, how many people know this? In scripture, all right, if a man is in a fight with another man and the wife of the man, of the one man, sees that he's losing and decides to go and grab the other man by his gonads, her hand is to be chopped off. Did y'all know that? That's a commandment.
Yeah, I did, and that's really why if you any man who's ever dated a woman from Africa or from the Middle East or somewhere where they really take the Old Testament seriously, those women cherish and value men, and they're extra careful and delicate how they touch you below the belt, if you know what I mean. Unlike
Yep.
American women that just kind of, especially the beat up be so rough with it, it could end up as a bad night. You'd be like, damn, like I could have had a V8, man. Should have left her alone.
Yeah. Yeah. And so one of the things that I've discovered is that the beat up is so far removed from knowing how to be intimate, knowing how to really be passionate. They are so far removed from that it's ridiculous. And here's the reason why they're far removed from it. They've had so many partners, all right, so many men, and the majority of the men that they had were like the dudes coming out of the prison system that's been doing things the wrong kind of way, doing that other stuff, toss salad kind of things. And this is why these women start getting a HIV at a much higher rate, right? But they're used to being tossed around by these dudes, and so they don't know how to love a man. They don't know how to be intimate with a good man, and because most of their relationships are with other women and a lot of other dudes, they are so far removed from being wife material, eating the groceries. They are so far removed from being wife material that no man sees value in them anymore outside of recreational purposes. And this is the sad state of affair, but this is exactly what Ezekiel said would happen to them as a result of. So when you look at what's going on, even in our own personal lives, like when I have certain things going on, I look at what commandments did I break and go and try to rectify that, right? And there is repentance. There's a way to repent. And basically, it's find out what you did wrong and correct the error, right? And so basically, what the B Dub has done is they have sold us to Moloch. All the things that the Most High said you don't do with your children, they have sacrificed us to Moloch. This would be the Christian altar. Never really saw it that way until you start reading the commandments, looking at the what Christianity is, looking at it says know the tree by the fruit it bears. And so you're looking at it, you got men married to men who's pastors, women married to women who's pastors, women who are pastors. And then you say, well, what do they actually believe in? Because it's nothing that's written. Because everything is, so they believe in whatever they want to believe in it. They like it, I love it. But I wouldn't have no part in something like that. Right? And so when you look at this, but when you look at when we're children, they brought us into this system. Then many kept our fathers from us intentionally. Many decided that they wanted to be out in the street and not be chaste women. Many, instead of repentance, taught that wickedness to their daughters and sacrificed their sons to the street so that they can have a Birkin bag. All right. Many yet and still sacrifice their children by way of the abortion clinics. So after all of this, what is hold on. Here's kind of the thing, right? Put this up here real quick. So this is kind of so when we look at this, this is what they done to us as children. All right. Every point of defilement, the B-dubs allow them to community. They marched for every single thing the oppressor wanted to do. When Trump got in to clean things up, he was cleaning them up because it was so out of hand that, did you know that the people that went into the military to get those surgeries were non-deployable? They were just there to use up the so they weren't there to serve. It was just a job. There was no risk to them at all because they were non-deployable. And they knew this. That's why Trump got rid of those policies. Right? The B-dub became the face of everything that was immoral, unnatural, and detrimental to not only the Black community, the Black family, but the nation as a whole. They became the face, the proud face of it. We marched for you. You know you didn't. You marched against us. Right? And so what's happening is there is a price to be paid. Hold on. Hold on. The Most High is serious about this, right? So all right, YouTube is full of SH, right? And so here's the thing. All right. Hey, what's up, man? And so here's the thing, right? And so the productive dudes, right? The productive dudes, the B Dub has no interest in, absolutely no interest in, right? And so basically, what ends up happening is that because of this, okay, hold on, let's get into this. So, what is their fate in the end? Hold on for a second. And so basically, bring you down with those to go down to the pit. Hold on. There's let's do 13. Ezekiel 13 or Ezekiel 16. But one is all the okay, so okay, so from Ezekiel. Okay. So here we go. This is the price that's going to pay, right? And the Most High is going after their children. And so basically, because of the corrupt seeds in which the women chose to produce these children with, right? And so basically, the Most High is going to deal with them harshly. And hold on. Hold on, wait. Let's look at this. All right, and so this is what we're witnessing right now. This is what we're witnessing right now within the entire community. All right. And this is the legacy of the B-Dub. All right. They've reined in all of this, right? And I'm just putting this up here so you can see what the Most High is calling it. Right? Now, here is part of the price. Now, here's the judgment from all of this. Ooh, and remember, okay, the price, right? So we got the price. All right. So let's look at this price and pay attention to the last sentence. YouTube keep rejecting my comments and stuff like that. It's sad where we can't have a live and me as the person running the live can't put up stuff. But look at this. Judgment of adulteress, right? Now, pay attention to this watchword. And so this is the price that we're looking at. This is the one I wanted y'all to see. Like mother, like daughter. It never said sins of the father to the son. And I've often wondered why, when I look in it, it says that all this stuff will pass down from mother to daughter. And this is the importance of being able to pick a good woman, because at the end of the day, right, it is you who leave the woman alone to raise the children, help raise the children while you go out to work and make provision. If while you're gone, if while you are gone, in the book of Jasher, Abraham went to visit Ishmael, and Ishmael's wife, y'all remember this, replaced that tent nail with another, right? The wife, instead of being a good wife, hospitable and stuff like that, she was cursing the children, bad mouthing the children, violent with the children. And Abraham sent a coded message to Ishmael through her, telling him that this tent, this nail holding up this tent is a bad one. Replace it with another. Right? Because while Ishmael was on the hunt with his mom, this woman was busy tearing apart his house. His wife was. And Abraham witnessed this. All right. And we see this going on right now. This is why it is so important to get out and get away from this society here in the United States, whereby the women think in this way that their job is to be toxic to children, turn the children against the father. And we can talk about that in depth tomorrow. All right. For those, if you want to hear that, we're going to go over that particular story in a live tomorrow with Ishmael, and because there's a lot of things that y'all can glean from that. All right, there's a lot of things that y'all can glean from that. But the price that's going to be paid here is that in Isaiah, right? No man is going to want to be bothered with the B-dub. All right. And so we come up with Isaiah 4:1. This famous verse right here. It says, in that day, 7 women shall take hold to one man. We are starting to see the genesis of this now. All right. There are women all over TikTok, right? Not enough of them, but you got some of them that are now concerned that there are not going to be any good Afro men for them, right? All these dudes in these podcasts are already taken. They're even talking about being a part of polygyny. They're talking about, well, we're going to have to all get with the same dude, but they're going to want the same bad dude. Right? And so we have this, we shall eat our own food, wear our own clothes.
Can I say something about that right quick, brother?
Yeah.
Okay, to your point right there, brother, it's funny because if you remember a few years back, a couple videos that started floating around, they kind of disappeared after that because it wasn't good for their image. But they were literally in New York and Chicago teaming up to apprehend a black man just to ride around town for the purposes of getting some relations, because guys wasn't paying them no attention. So you had 2 of them in Chicago, and one literally would hold the cuete, would hold the bang bang in the front seat and watch eagerly as her turn approached, while the friend got to have her way with him, and then they would switch. The other one would hold the weapon, and they would go at him. And another one jumped on top of a black guy in New York and threw him in a garbage can and jumped on top of him. And she was bald headed, but she had some big knockers, but still she was bald headed, and it's like, that's how bad it's going to be. They're going to start jumping on brothers. I remember I stayed in a hotel in one of the ghettos in North Houston, Days Inn, and I literally would walk down the hallway some days. I'd be on my way to the gym, whatnot, or going somewhere, and sometimes they would look out the window, the peephole, and they would grab me and pull me in their room. You know what I'm saying? Just because nobody was dealing with them. And this was going back to like 2007. So this is nothing new, but it's when it get bad. Brothers need to protect themselves and watch if a B-dub or a couple of them's following you. I have heard story after story
Here's the thing.
of this.
Right, but here's the thing: a lot of these brothers are getting violent now because here's the thing: the B Dub has squandered all of her worth, calling the brothers bullet bags. All the stuff that they've ever done is like history now. It's online, and brothers looking it up, right? And the big butt and the smile ain't getting it anymore. Is because people see it as dirty now. They don't see a wholesome. They no they don't even see it. They don't see the big butt and the smile as attractive, right? Because they're looking like there's a whole lot of ugliness that came, that's all up in that, right? They're looking at, man, how many thugs done run through that. This is what brothers are thinking now when they see the average B Dub, that lead with her behind. They're like, oh well, how many dudes have been all up in there? Do I want that? And I definitely, damn for sure, don't want to marry it, right? And so this is the thing. Let me say this. Let me real quick. Like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, right? What else? My PayPal and Cash App is in the description box. So if you'd like to help me out in what I'm actually doing in the community outside of just making y'all aware of these things, that's there. But remember, you always take care of yourself and family first. All right. You don't ever donate to nobody until you take care of your business first. And then donate to whomever you want after that. Right. But if you want to help a brother out, that's how you do it. Also, my email is there. So I have the Willie Lynch letter. Um, and y'all saw the excerpt from that. The Willie Lynch letter, I have it in PDF. The Septuagint Apocrypha, the Book of Enoch, as a PDF, right? And so if y'all want that, you can send me an email, which is also in the description box, right? All right. So with that said, right, with that said, that we don't even see them as attractive anymore. And that's because of all the risk, brothers start looking beyond the aesthetics, and we don't find it aesthetically pleasing. Because when we look at these particular set of aesthetics, we're looking at all the dudes that's run through it. And we know that most of the dudes that's run through it have been thug thizzle for shizzle my nizzles, right? And if it hasn't been dudes that's been running through it, it's been other B dubs that's been, doing the scissor thing. And we don't want none of those spirits in our spirit anymore. In other words, the B dub is making themselves spiritually unavailable to spiritually minded dudes. And I'm not talking about church dudes, because church dudes will still run through all of that, which is why they wear these tight dresses at church, right? And so basically, here in the US, I haven't seen a B dub that I found attractive. And that's because I'm comparing her to the women I've seen in Colombia, even the heavyset ones in Colombia, right? I'm comparing them. And then I started to realize that it isn't the physical aesthetic that's made me more attracted to the Colombian women, to the Brazilian women, to the Filipino women, to the Dominican women, but more so it's how they treat men. All right, it's the nature of how they treat you. Mm,
Nabi, can you hear me?
I hear you, brother, but my thing is kind of, yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I just wanted to chime in
My thing
something
is
real
kind of
quick.
on the brink, so I think we can hear each other. But the go
The rest
ahead,
of the chat. Okay, another thing as you're talking to come to
go
mind.
ahead, chime
Okay,
in.
yeah, here in the Philippines, to have a job, you have to have a degree. And what the women here do not do, they do not hold the degree over the man's head. Very different, of course, than the States. Here, the women hope now to find a man that's making $400 to $800 a month because they understand the situation that's here and they understand the plight of their people. That's
Mm-hmm.
and they brothers, if y'all ever come here, or if you've already been here, you know they are so kind. You would think they're trying to con you. That's just how they are. So again, it's just a contradictory.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
That's the
contradiction.
truth. That's true.
What I saw in America as compared to here is so authentic. Now I'm not near. You got some that's so such. I get that, but as a whole, very kind, very pleasant. They actually, for brothers like us, we are attractive because we speak with knowledge and history. They are so amazed, especially when we get to talk to them, of the history that we bring. Not talking about that stuff that they see on TV, but when we bring it to them, oh my goodness. So I just wanted to chime that in
Mm-hmm.
real quick, bro. I don't know if y'all can hear me or not, but if you can, okay.
We hear you.
Okay. And one more thing. King Groove, do you have a YouTube channel?
No, sir.
Oh, okay.
I'm just a professional tickle bitty sucker like none other, but no, I don't. Yes, buddy.
Okay.
All right.
Me listening to you, you sound like you have a YouTube channel. You know, you remind me of a different type of Nabi with the information and how you present it. But I was just looking and I seen some other stuff saying King Groove. I'm like, I don't think this is you. So I just had to ask that, brother. But I enjoy your content as well when I hear you.
I appreciate you. I've been rocking with this brother for a while, man. I'm gonna tell you something. I've learned, a lot of stuff from him. A lot of I'll say the good side of the esoteric stuff. Like, me and him was both into the Apocrypha. I know he was into it before me, but it's just good to have a place to come to with like-minded brothers who's doing the work. I mean, like this brother, he speaks a whole bunch of languages, and he's actually going out dealing with these women in these communities and in these other countries. He's not just giving you conjecture or hypothetical. I think that the women like brothers, maybe they like. No, he knows. He got receipts. And even from years ago, I mean, he would be poolside with some beautiful chickens that look, boy, they look like the runners up for the Miss Bum Bum contest. And I was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? And again, he's like us. He's just a regular dude, but it just shows just being a regular man, a manly man. And in these other countries, you could be treated like royalty. You don't have to put up with this feminist crap
Yeah.
over here.
And I agree with that. You know, when I got here, and like you just said, just being me, because I done told people, be who you are. Either I'm accepted or not, but I need you to be authentic. Even if you do, some people don't even know what their authentic selves is because they've been so fake all their lives. But this doorman at the hotel, and I used to see him. His name is Jethro. We used to talk pretty much every day. Now I'm not looking for this. I'm just being me. But he told me. He said, you are going to be a celebrity here. And I said, why? He said, you just being you. He said, I see you talk to people, you interact with people,
Mm-hmm.
this, that, and so forth. And I looked at him. That was interesting. And you know what? I say that because of who we are. When we leave the States, we get to really be who we are. Now, yeah, we know there are going to be some of us who are riffraff, this, that, and so forth. Me, this world is thirsty of the truth, and we're the only ones that have it. These people are dying. You see wicked rulers everywhere. The people are suffering. To me, now I want y'all to correct me. The book says we are to speak truth, period. If I have to speak against my own people, I will. The Bible does the same, as they would say Bible. It showed the wickedness, it showed the righteousness. That's what we're supposed to do. If we say we are equipped with the Father's truth, if we say we are his chosen sons, his messengers, that's what we're supposed to do. So when we go and travel with this information, they can tell these people are thirsty. And I know for me, they even here, they literally want to sit down and converse with me. And I'm pretty sure y'all have experienced the same thing. So yeah, it's amazing. You know what? It's refreshing. It really is. It's refreshing to find out I can live in peace with a very little.
And here's the thing, Nisi Ross, right? And this is a brother that's been over there too. All right. Like, don't sleep on this brother, all right, because he the the tablets that I took to Tacloban, that was because of this brother. I knew about this place because of him, right? And so Tacloban, the Philippines, right? And so basically we got brothers that that know the deal and stuff. This is another brother. I just call him Steve, but right here, this Nisi Ross, he know too, and he can. Him and brother Eli can bear witness. You know, he bears witness to what I could bear witness to what Eli is saying, and basically, when you go to these places and you speak with some authority, and they know that you know what you're talking about, or they know that you stand for something. Oh, they admire that in us. They admire that in us. This is what gives us. Remember, I keep saying this. I said, when you look at dating apps, all right, barring the Dominican Republic, because they all just going to hit you. If you use a dating app in the Dominican Republic, they're going to blow that sucker up, right? But they're not looking for long-term relationship. I'm going to just leave it like that. But anyway, but outside of dating apps, right, if brothers actually show up in these places physically, we become the number one prospect as far as relationship, as far as their desire for who they want to be in a relationship with. And we're talking Southeast Asian. And Brother Dwight here, he could bear witness to Germany as well. He could bear witness to Germany. Half the brothers that's been in the military can bear witness to Germany if they were stationed there any period of time.
I got something to say about Germany, brother.
Go ahead.
Okay, one of the best girlfriends I've ever had in my life was an army brat that was from Germany. She was born in Germany, but raised in the Northeast. But I tell you, just her whole demeanor and her attitude, it was so totally different from any woman I've ever been with that had melanin in her skin. She believed in catering to a man. She believed in shutting up. She was into cooking. She was different. She was like one of those sisters probably back from like the 40s and the 50s. Not this modern nonsense. But unfortunately, as you know, when they get in groups or they have co-workers or they start watching certain shows, she started watching that Hip Hop Wives and, basketball hoochie mamas and all that nonsense. And
yeah.
I mean, overnight, bro, I had to cut her loose, man. I had to cut her loose.
Right. It's because these shows over here, our TV is just corruption. And I think one of the advantages of being in these other places, like in DR and stuff like that, in the DR, I don't watch TV hardly at all. Right. And I'll watch my Amazon stick, but that's about it. But there's no, when I had a girlfriend over there, we didn't watch TV. Um, Same in Colombia, no TV. We was out doing stuff, right? In Brazil, we don't watch TV. And so I started looking at all of this thing, and in the Philippines, when I had that one girlfriend and we split up because of our friends, but we didn't watch TV at all. We went out. We and so primarily towards the BW. Don't get it twisted. The largest consumer by percentage of TV is the BW, and everything is designed to, again, cause her to ruin us as she's raising us. Half the time, the TV's raising us, right? But I've noticed this, and this is why I think that my relationships with women outside of the United States is so much more pleasant. And I'm gonna take it a step further. I'm able to have conversations with women that are from other places here in the United States, and a and I don't care, but the B Dub ain't gonna give me a time of day. Again, I don't look like I blow trees and stuff like that. I don't look like that dude, so they don't want to be bothered, right? I think too much, and I've been told this. Why do you think too much? Why do you want to do that? Don't think, huh? That's a question right there, right? And so basically, when we're dealing with this thing here, um, this is another matter of programming that that we got to look at. That the B Dub has been programmed to be against us in every way, shape, form, or fashion, because they appeal to her desire for materialistic things and her desire to usurp authority over the Afro man, not the Caucasian, and because they see the Caucasian as the person that's giving them and they don't see the Caucasian. Remember, they see him as the best religion, but religion don't make you spiritually superior. This is why you need. This is why some people need a religion because they don't have the spirit to act right. If y'all know what I mean by that.
Indeed. You know, brother, another thing that they do, they listen. The women listen to you. When I first got here, it was December 11th, so they doing their Christmas thing. Now, when
Okay,
they
go.
ask,
Okay, hold on. Let me go ahead.
okay,
Go ahead
when
now.
they ask me about, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Uh-oh. Okay, when they ask me about Christmas, and I explained to them why I don't, they listened. They not, well, for me anyway, they have not been argumentative. Well, simply because I can explain to them why I do and why I don't. Such a contradiction. And then, and the one thing I've told them all, I said, even if we disagree, the Creator has never told me to go to war with you simply because you disagree with me. That doesn't make any sense. Live how you live. I can decide to stay here or go about my business. But like I told them, I did not come here to change how y'all believe. But I must state how I believe and how I live. No pushback, at all. Zilch,
Mm-hmm.
zero, none. As compared to the
Mm-hmm.
combative
Right.
ways
And
of the
so
American way. Go ahead.
and so yeah, and so what I was saying is that it is interesting. It's interesting how much they will listen to a brother in all of these places because they understand that there is something about us. And the main person that know that the brothers that go through and have gone through a lot and decided not to correct the have should know that it's the B dub, but they're the ones that are trying to ruin us the most, right? Because again, they are a Trojan horse. They look good, right? But they want to bring the toxicity into our lives. All right. And this is where we have to beware. We have to beware that they want to bring that toxicity into our lives. Not all of them, but the damn sure most of them do. And because the damage that they could do is so grievous and so great that it would behoove us, especially because they united around each other and marched in mass for all of these policies that were toxic to the Afro family and the Black man in particular, right? So we have to see it for what it is. We have to see it for what it is, right? And 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 this is the Trojan horse, all right? It looked good. It might sound good, all right, but then as soon as you put paper on it, or as soon as you move it into your house, they destroy you from the inside out. All right.
Yeah, buddy.
And I don't I don't know how many people had this happen, but and we've seen it. We've seen somebody let a woman in their car. Now I'm just not going to get out. What you going to do? Yeah, go ahead, touch me. All right. That's a Trojan horse. They're nice, but they mean nothing but malice towards you. And so and you just can't trust it. You just can't trust it at all. And so it's best, like when I come here, I say hi, I'm polite, but I don't deal with them at all. And here's the thing, I don't deal with them at all because I know I'm leaving to go with deal with a better caliber of woman from another country.
You know how some anybody who's ever raised dogs or horses, but particularly dogs, there's certain breeds that are smarter than others. Certain breeds that are very easily to train to be, do domestic things like to be a guard dog or to be extra affectionate to maybe a cancer patient or elderly person, one who could even push the life alert button in case an old person, help, I've fallen and
Hmm.
I can't get up. You know what I'm saying? They train, certain animals are just easily trainable to do certain things, even watch chickens on a farm, whatever it is. And if you look at the intelligence level and the trainability of the American, North American, I'll say, because Canada ain't much better. They might be worse. B Dub, it's like impossible to train them to be domestic. It's like the rest of the women in the world are like, horses and donkeys, and these females are like zebras. You cannot domesticate a zebra no matter how hard you try. They've tried it on
Hmm.
like three continents, and it's just it goes to show you that, you might be able to get a fried fish sandwich from over here, and this might be cheaper, but it might not be as good as everywhere else. There's a reason why that price is cheaper because it's bad quality
And
meat,
this is a new
doesn't taste right,
development too.
all that.
Uh, and this is not this is not a this is just not a new development. this is something that we've had to deal with. I mean, this is a new development because we used to be a better group of people. Vanity, they appealed to their vanity, and they destroyed everything we built in the 60s to the point where there's nothing now, nothingness now. So it is what it is. It is what it is. But anyway, so I'm gonna come back tomorrow. All right, I'm about to close this out. Remember, my donation links are in the description box if y'all would like to help a brother out, and what we're doing actually in the community, um, and with the youth, and what else? My email is there if you want a copy of the um, PDFs that I have, and don't forget to subscribe. Be back tomorrow around the same time, and understand that that there's a lot that, especially as I start taking off, there's a lot that we're going to be presenting because now we got a lot of brothers scattered out that's been somewhere that can speak to the brothers as to what's really going on outside of the US and how much more we are respected once we leave the US and go to these other countries as brothers. We are seen in a light that the B dub will never be seen in because you got B dubs because of this sense of entitlement. They're going places and destroying the image of the BW almost beyond repair. Almost beyond repair. And that's because a lot of the B dubs are going places trying to be Caucasian adjacent. All right. Whereas brothers are going being brothers, you know, proud in our heritage and the things we work through. And we don't want to be the Caucasian man. And that's the difference. And so, and they see this and they realize the strength in that and the legacy of all the stuff that we've created from the music genres to the dancing and stuff. And we're not ashamed to be dancers, musicians, and thinkers. We don't think everything has to be about the laboratory and science and stuff like that, even though we're that too, because we like to enjoy life. And that's what it's about, right? And so this is something. But anyway, so I'm about to jet. Peace, love, and soul. So remember, my donation links are in the description box, my PayPal me, and my Cash App. But before you donate to anybody, remember you take care of yourself and family first. And you only donate out of your abundance. But if you hit the lottery or you got it like that and you want to help a brother out, we sure can use it.
Hey, I got another
And
way for money to come in too, bro.
go ahead.
Anybody y'all in the chat living like Willie Dynamite, you should go collect some money from your bitch ass and give it to Brother Nabi and help out the children from the sea. That's all.
All right. So with
Can't hear you, brother. The audio is messing up.
Mm.